Fire away.
Coach, what have you thought about Sean Fitzsimmons and his return these past 2 weeks and how important he's been to your defensive line?
Love it. You know, we got here in the spring and saw who he could be, you know, and circled him as kind of the bell cow up there, be the guy, you know, and he had a little setback in the spring and then came back fall camp looking good. Had a little setback. It was never anything serious. But our crew does a great job. When Sean gets back, I'm really impressed by Sean. While the injury was, while he was down, you know, he stayed in tremendous shape. He stayed mentally locked in. He did everything he could to stay fundamentally sharp. And that really showed when he came back. You know, I was North Carolina, and I kept asking and watching closely how he was doing with his rep count, and that was a hot day and all those things. We did a tremendous job. The guy we needed in there, and it was a welcome addition, you know. So good to have him back for a multitude of reasons on and off the field. Sean does a great job.
Now that Fitzsimmons and Nick James are back from injury, do you feel a little better about your?
I think I look a little smarter when you watch the film, when those two guys can get out there. Just bolsters a group that didn't have a bunch of experience, but got it through those first 4, 5, 6 games. And now, you know, that group's a little bit more veteran now. Those reps went to guys that hadn't had them going into the fall. And now Nakai Johnson's a better player. Ghost Neal's a better player. Francis Brew all of a sudden is a true freshman. Is a strong kid that can hold the point of attack for us and play a big role down here in the stretch run of the season. But certainly, you know, we talked about it going into last week's game. You know, we got more bullets in the chamber, if you will, with both those guys in there at defensive tackle.
What was the difference between last Saturday being able to finish off some of the sacks after you get pressure versus maybe earlier in the year?
I know. Those are fun for you guys to talk about, the sacks and all things. As you watch the film, we've made quarterbacks get off the spot, you know, all fall. You know, and it's a team. It's a team, and we were having success on third down. We got in a position where Cal had to throw the football and hold on to it a little bit longer. When those things happen around here in New York across college football, we got a chance to sack the quarterback. And as you know, as we go things around here, we're going to change. We're going to get after the quarterback. Whether it's 4 guys, 5 guys, 6 guys, we're going to get after them. So it was good for the kids to finish those plays, and now we got to build on that. But getting the team in a situation where they got to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, you know, third medium and third long, those are 2 different worlds. And we got in those because we've been in some close ball games. You know, we were behind a little bit early in the season and weren't really in a position to pin our ears back. And last week, the kids took advantage of some opportunities.
How does Nate Matlack need to do to finish more of those? How close?
How about the one on down there in the goal line? He jumped up in the air. We say, you know, don't jump, right? But you know, Nate, you know, it's first of all, it's his practice habits that put him in position to get close, more so than a lot of people in college football. And also, second, practice habits. Let's finish more on our Tuesday, Wednesday practices. And Nate knows that. And Nate's his toughest critic, and those things will come. I don't want to certainly tell Nate or anybody else start pressing or anything. Though you hear that word in sports, you know, go be true to who you are, Nate. And those plays are going to come. I'm extremely pleased with where he's at, and glad he's playing for us.
Narduzzi has mentioned that Nick James is arguably the best tackle on this team. What has he done that it's allowed him to stand out?
Mature. You talk to a young man, it's really refreshing in coaching. And you talk to a young man, you say this is maybe where you're deficient and where we have to attack things. And Nick has a lot of pride in his work, and he goes to work on those things. You know, we got here in the spring. I said, oh, wait, you got to get in shape, Nick. Work your strike, do some of these things that he specifically went to work on this summer with our strength coach. He did a great job. Now, Nick, you turn on the film, whether it's practice or out there on Saturdays, Nick gets off the football, he plays with low pads, working harder and harder every day to get his strike right, and puts us in position. You know, whoever has the first meaningful contact at the line of scrimmage, offense or defense, they typically win the rep, and he's working on doing that.
Anything else? Thank you, Coach.
Layup, guys.